Who else could they think about that gets some extra farm over there? Sven, maybe? But they already have their other hero. This is the thing that I feel like this has been the constant play for Adroit, right? Like, take a DP early? Is that who I'm thinking of, or am I
No, you're
thinking of
thinking
somebody
of
else?
Death.
All right, I'm thinking of Death.
The
My
Death
bad.
stack.
But even here, it's like it reveals 2 cores, I feel like, kind of early. I don't know. I'm a little concerned about this from Adroit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like, so to me the Shadow Demon, it's not something that we see a ton of, or we haven't seen it used this way so much in SEA, but the mass stacks as well, being able to get triple stacks all the time and
Right.
really super accelerating a hero like that. Like we've seen it with Sven, you see it with Dusa and stuff. Occasionally, obviously works fantastically with Alk, but I don't think they're gonna pick Sven. Sven actually has a heinous win rate at the moment. He's got a 25% win rate over 20 games.
Yeah.
In so that hero seems to have been falling out of the spotlight a little bit. Some of it I think is that this Wraith King is coming into popularity.
Yeah.
And seems to be a pretty decent answer to the Sven as a carry. But yeah, what are they gonna pick last? Is it just gonna be the offlaner? Okay. What offlaner will that be? It could still be carry.
Yeah.
They could still run Wraith King position
Definitely.
3, but
It feels a little bit strange.
it does. Yeah.
So Amplfy now, their lineup, you've got really solid team fight, maybe on a little bit of a long cooldown, and they take the Queen of Pain as another hero to sort of get aggressive, find that Wyvern or Shadow Demon in the back line.
Yeah. Good burst against the Death Prophet as well. And it's kind of cool when you've got Mag Jug. I feel like it opens up your mid lane hero pool a little bit because your mid laner doesn't necessarily need to be this big scaling core necessarily.
Right.
They can be one of these more space creation oriented heroes. This is even a little bit kind of like what Genesperus have been doing, right? With Gunnar playing stuff like Puck on the mid lane, and then
Yeah.
23 Savage is just farming the whole game on his Wraith King or Naga or something like that.
This Wyvern pick feels like it could be kind of a bit of an answer for the Centaur too. Pop Stampede, just winner's curse, they can't get away. Because it feels like I don't want the mag to be played in the 3 role here. I feel like 4 mag, then take somebody else to go into that offlane against the Wraith King.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I don't think there's really any incentive to have Magnus as the... Especially if you're running Mag Jug. I think you want the Mag just sitting there with the Juggernaut, empowering him the whole game. Interesting that both teams leaving their offlaner till last.
Yeah.
So Tide's going to get banned out. We'll see another offlane banned. Centaur's still in the pool?
Yep.
Could be decent for either team. Amplfy could pick, like, a Legion commander or something. It's only because they have the Magnus. It's pretty weird against, like, Wyvern and Shadow Demon to pick something like a Legion. But I don't know what other melee offlaners would really use Empower. I guess the Centaur kind of does.
This is, I mean, yeah, I kind of knew that it was going to come. I still like the Wyvern as kind of a cool answer to it.
Yeah. And then
you can't get away from DP ulti.
Adroit, what's the...
I wouldn't mind seeing, like, oh, they banned the Puck. I was going to say, like, a Puck offlane or something like that just to keep everybody together a little bit. So
yeah, I don't know. Or can they, like... Is Timber a thing? Can they, like, Timber and then go aggro? Try and get the Timber 1v1 against the Centaur and go aggro with Wraith King, Shadow Demon, Winter Wyvern? Their aggro tri-lane's not bad, and Magnus is certainly a garbage tri-lane versus tri-lane hero. So they go for the Legion Commander. Okay.
Huh.
So, I mean, it's lockdown for, like, the Quap or the Jug. I still kind of like this aggro idea, though.
It's a really cool game for press the attack, too. And if you get to 25, just take off Fatal Bonds.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's what you should be playing for, but I guess it does also... Oftentimes these games feel like it's a way to just, like, kill that Quap, and then your whole snowball from Amplify wears off. It's also great at being able to control the Jug, but as you've often talked about, when these Legion Commanders don't have somebody to play with the burst damage, you just might not be able to find kills.
Yeah, the Soul Catcher will help
a
little bit, being able to chunk somebody instantly. But the other thing as well is that doesn't feel like Blade Mail is adds value against these physical damage cores as maybe it it once was. It'll probably still be okay because the Jug's going to be empowered a lot of the time. So he's doing a lot of physical damage, and so you can reflect a good chunk of that. But the one thing I do really like this game for Adroit is I love Death Prophet with saves. Death Prophet with multiple saving heroes just feels so much stronger. Like being able to get off, you pop your ulti, you put on a couple of Spirit Siphons, they try and burst you, and then you just get disrupted or cold embraced. The hero feels so much more valuable when you have that saving factor. So, I really like Adroit's draft actually, but I'm a little bit worried about the Legion commander, and I do feel like Amplfy have looked like the better team.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is necessarily like an auto win for the Jug Magnus or anything. They're still
No, definitely not.
The Quap's gonna have to make some plays. I'm worried about the Legion commander on the Adroit side as a hero that could end up not having much of a game, and I'm worried about the Quap on the Amplfy side as a hero that could like end up sort of like what happened to Mac in the previous game, right? You miss a few rotations, and then you're just out of the game. That's why we don't see very much Quap these days.
Well, it is going to be game number 2 now. Amplify 1 game away from moving on in the upper bracket and facing off against one of Genespris or Mineski, who are currently playing in another game going on Beyond the Summit 1. But right now, both the Filipino squads looking like they are doing pretty well. I think that I guess we shouldn't talk too much about what's going on in the other game, just in case people are watching VODs or whatever. But
Yeah.
This is looking like it could be a
true,
chance.
Yeah. It's not just about the people who are here watching
Right,
live.
exactly.
That is very true.
We care about you folks, no matter where you're watching or when you're watching. Maybe in 2 years, 2 years, people are going to be watching back these Southeast Asian qualifiers. You never know.
They might have been spoiled by the TI results at that point. Like, oh, I don't remember seeing this team at TI. I wonder if they won regionals.
Probably not.
Anyway, so once again we got the mag starting with some boots, looking to be a nuisance. So you gonna try and steal this bounty rune, or is he just punching on? I think he's just doing some damage.
Yeah, he's gonna back out.
That's worth actually getting the Arctic burn on just you.
Yeah.
Instead of it hitting both heroes at the beginning of the lane. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, he does only have 2 tangos left now, but I think that's okay. And he's gonna come in and probably try and block this camp afterwards. Wyvern's still holding on to a sentry ward. Is he gonna do that one spot? Looks like he will. Not an easy place to find. Although
it's a fairly difficult D-ward.
I think that you can just walk around the corner here and hit this little vision. I don't know if you have to eat a tree or not. You might have to.
We'll see. Okay, so they're not choosing to go aggro or do anything funky. Got the Fatal Bonds level 1 from Jo. Okay, I mean it's some harassment. It's gonna push the lane really heavily though.
Interesting.
So
get a pull off afterwards, I guess.
Well, they can't just yet, but they do have their small camp available at the moment. Though Shadow Demon's trying to block it, just with his body.
Yeah.
That little booty block.
Nice, nice, nice. Mid lane, Carl.
Yeah, no one's got any CS. Everyone's just punching each other.
That's what happens. He's not taking any of Mac's guff. And already has that salve ready to work with if he needs it. But yeah, this early pressure onto the tower. I mean, are they going to try and, like, dive here? He takes the press the attack, and yeah, Bach is just, he's fine. So using the Fatal Bonds, kind of interesting. I guess sort of trying to make them prove that they can get these CS under tower, which they're doing quite well.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't really need the heal.
Yeah.
Early on anyway, and you can't use it offensively against the press either, so
okay.
May as well get it for that. Interesting build on the Death Prophet, opting for the Bracer first. Going to be ferrying a bunch of regen, just needs to sustain against the Quap. Carl is going for, well, no points in Blink just yet. I actually wonder how many points he's going to get in Dagger this game. Some Quinnipian players, we even see the Dagger get like completely maxed out.
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably just going to leave it at 2 here. We'll see.
DD rune up top, which Mac can pick up now.
It's pretty nice.
Obviously does not have that bottle with the early build on the Bracer there. And it's kind of a nifty little value thing. You know that you're going to be taking that damage, so gets a little bit of magic resist off of it too. It's a nice little pickup for him.
Yeah, I think the other important thing is that he wants to make sure that he has enough health at like level 6, level 7, so that he doesn't just die to the Quap.
Yeah.
Like, if you can just stay above the combo threshold, then you're sweet.
Yeah.
And no, there's aren't really going to be any support rotations on you either, I think, is the Death Prophet, so you only have to worry about the Quap.
Rior taking some harassment here, slowed down. They will have a stun in 6. But it does not look like they can do much as Natsumi backs off, playing the Wraith King again. We did see that D-Ward connect, but afterwards the Magnus will go over and just get the block, though. That's why Adroit go in, try and make some damage happen onto the Centaur, but they can't really force him back. So the trade-off here of like using their spells just for little bits of harassment, the imprisonment onto the Jug, and then obviously the Fatal Bonds from Jo, throwing it onto Boomy. Yeah, he's just going to heal back up now.
Yeah, the Legion is going to get farm here, but I don't think he's actually going to be that much of a bully. There's too many heals. There's going to be the Healing Award, there's going to be the Sustain from the Warlock. So they'll be trading back and forth, but I don't think this bottom lane is actually that interesting in terms of kill potential. Maybe they can get a disruption on the Warlock and then kill him.
Okay.
But that'd be about it. It's going to be a pretty high farm game, actually.
Yeah. Sort of like what we saw last time as well, where you sit back, get to your items, and I mean, it's sort of a weird duality that they've got here, right? Like, because on the one hand, Mag Jug loves going late game, but on the other hand, you've got BKB Piercing Disable from Adroit, and then also like this Queen of Pain that kind of needs to get stuff done early. And so far, Adroit leading the CS across all 3 lanes. Not bad.
I think I like Adroit's late game a little bit better. Like they've just got the full tricore.
Yeah.
Quap can be strong in the later stages. Centaur, I feel as though falls off a little bit. Maybe I'm underrating the Warlock a little bit though. Maybe that makes it a little bit closer.
Yeah. But then again, like we've talked about, that AoE press the attack if it goes super late game. That ability is just crazy.
Yeah. And I think the tricore on Adroit can probably kill the Warlock Golems for a while. If he gets the 25 talent, then that's maybe a different story.
Nice, nice. Stun though, interrupt.
Get it, Natsumi.
Couldn't quite get him there.
Nice.
They will manage to trade it off, so 3 for Adroit. Not bad. Meanwhile, bottom, Jo forced to TP out after that rotation from Mac. Again, Mac making these early rotations, this time on the Death Prophet.
He didn't even get the bounty rune for that one. That was just like, hey, I'm going to come here and try and kill somebody rotation. That's interesting. It could just be his style.
Yeah.
As a mid laner.
And I don't think he missed that much in terms of CS either. So
no, probably not.
It helped them to secure the bounty runes, I guess, is one of the other ways that you could look at that.
Very interesting. 0 wards on the map at the moment. Nobody has any vision. Are we watching a TI qualifier game, or are we watching
there we go.
A pub? Okay, there you go. I think it's mostly because these aren't the most mobile supports in the world. They're just chilling in their lanes. So
that makes sense.
It does mean that... Oh, Carl comes in here. He's going to be forced to TP out, though.
Yeah.
That kind of stings.
Could have maybe gone to the shrine there, but just playing it safe, immediately TP out.
I think CML's obs may have been... He probably planted it from the tree line, so they might not know, but if Carl checked his inventory like as he was TPing out, you don't have anything better to do while you're TPing.
Yeah.
Would realize that he had an obs and now he doesn't, so... But maybe that's a support player thing.
Maybe it is.
To just be constantly checking people's inventories for wards.
Blame your support for not checking it for you. That's the
Didn't tell. Yeah, Jay. Why aren't you telling me where all the wards are, man? What's going on?
So 0-0 still, but a 2,000 gold lead from Adroit, both based upon the CSing in lane and then also those bounty runes that were going a little bit to their favor. And well, looking like, if you win all 3 lanes, things are going to go good for you. Big rotation bottom. They've got the Death Prophet coming down here, and then also the Winter Wyvern, and they can put way more pressure on than they Radiant can at all.
And Quap's not going to take your tower.
No.
So this is, I really like this actually.
Fatal Bonds, they take it off of Mac, take down the tower, why not?
Like,
And then gonna TP back to defend.
yeah, you often see Death Prophets just not even get the Exorcism at level 6. Like, they don't see an opportunity to use it against the opposing mid, so they just go for, like, sometimes you even see all the way to 4-0-4 before the Exorcism gets picked up.
Right.
But to me, this is almost the same as thinking about it like when Enigma just one-man black holes somebody in the early game. Like, why not just get it and come rotate bot? And I love the way that Adroit have kind of punished the greed from Amplfy by just going for the full greedy Tricore. Like, Amplify's greed is mostly about the supports that they took, right? They took really good mid to late game supports, but not the best laning supports. And they've gotten punished because Adroit have just picked 3 relatively greedy lanes and gotten big farm in all 3.
Wow, and now they finally get level 3 here on the Mag, which gives him Empower, and they're going to try to take down some of these stacks. So that is the plus side of the Amplify lineup, is that you can try and make those types of plays. Mac, thinking about going for this one, needs to be careful. As the Winter Wyvern shows up, that could have been a jump for the kill, but as you talked about that Bracer, probably the difference between life and death.
Yeah, just needs to have enough to survive.
And they also will be farming up these stacks. Shadow Demon doing what he can to build them up as well. So farm going both ways as Riar finishes off that stack, and we'll try and build up the Ancients as well. Obviously amazing for Juggernaut. Or himself if he wants to take it once he gets the Vanguard.
Well, okay, they got the medium camp over here, but they didn't get the big camp again, unfortunately.
Okay. So yeah. CS across the board looking like it's favoring Adroit, and net worth also the same, with the exception of the Death Prophet, who's, well, it's pretty much even at this point, to be honest, between her and the Quap.
Yeah, and the Death Prophet seems as though she's going to be playing a little bit more sacrificial this game. Like, jungling a little bit more, rotating a little bit more. The Exorcism's back off cooldown. I'm interested to see if they go for the same move top or something like that.
Right.
Maybe try and set up to grab 3 bounties somewhere.
That could be cool.
But I think they might be a little bit too late on that plan. Bach could be in a little bit of trouble bottom. Let's see.
Yeah,
I guess it's only a It's a level 4 Magnus. What's he going to do, actually?
Empower and then Omni. Let's go. Speaking of in trouble, Riar. Gonna pop that Stampede for this one. Meanwhile, they do use the Omni Slash trying to chase down Bach, and the Queen of Pain here as well. That might be enough. Pulls him back in, saving the Sonic Wave. No fuss, no muss. Carl drawing first blood at 10 minutes while they take down Riar as well. So both offlaners go down. They trade off the bounty runes.
Once again, it's kind of this no rush 20.
Yeah.
Like, at least kill-wise. We have had rotations to take buildings, and I really like this from Mac. Just using the Exorcism at every opportunity to secure your team an early game lead.
So treads on the Quap.
I wonder if it feels like he has to go Yules this game. Is the Death Prophet silence enough that you feel like you need it? Or does he just play for like
Oh my god.
I guess what is the I don't even know what the feel good Quap build this game is.
Yeah.
The Lincoln's First does not feel good, but
No.
like Orchid doesn't feel good against all of the save and the purge, and like does Wraith King really care if he gets Orchided? And then Ag's Rush feels bad. Veil's not that good for your team. Adroit are just going for every single tier 1 tower.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, they've got this second round of catapults coming in now.
They got the greed on the Amplify side. They do have the Chaotic Offering now, and it seems like they are loosely setting up for mid. If they can get a big Bonds Rock, Sonic Wave.
Duel come in. The Great Silence! Warlock did not have the answer. That was sick from Mac.
That was so good. Oh, man, that was so perfect. He like just clipped both of them. Yeah. Carl knows it. Absolutely perfect.
Respect greatness.
Jay was maybe a little bit too far up, but
I think so.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, well, that's all the tier 1 towers down in 12 minutes. Adroit sitting on a 3K net worth lead, though. That net worth lead is pretty much just entirely towers, though. This is going to be such a fast Wraith King Radiance because of it. and like a really fast Legion Commander Blink Dagger as well.
I mean, the biggest thing is we haven't had to talk about the Wraith King at all, and he's just been able to AFK farm. You know, getting that Midas around the 10-minute mark or so, and now, you know, Death Prophet cleaning up the stacks. There is still this Tri-Camp that hasn't really been touched all that much, but they were able to clear through a whole round of stacks of it as well. And now Rior, if he's not in trouble, he's not careful, rather, he's going to go down. Do they save the last hit for Natsumi? They're looking to make it happen, and one more punch. They find the kill. Radiance coming up soon.
That Max Soul Catcher. Oh my god, the hate!
Everything thrown at him. And Mac, yeah, that's what they wanted. That's a nice little catch and kill. Wait, jumping for more? Okay, they just blow up the Winter Wyvern as well. 2 down, and now the duel to try and turn this one. Do they manage to get the duel victory? No. They will find themselves the kill, and they find themselves another as the Legion Commander goes down. So back and forth we go.
Triple kill for Carl. Okay. That's a nice goal. Well, if you're going for a Lincoln's Rush, that's certainly going to help.
Yep.
They don't manage to get the Tier 1 tower, unfortunately, but evening up the kill score, certainly nice. And they really wanted to use all those spells.
Yeah.
Like, that was probably the best case scenario, getting 3 kills for the Chaotic Offering, Sonic Wave, and the RP. Even just using the RP at this stage of the game, it's like,
why not?
Pretty difficult.
The other thing to keep in mind here is like the Jug, kind of an interesting little build that he's going. It's normally you don't think of like Manta as a farming item, but because of that Empower, it makes it a little bit better.
You're only going to go for like raw Agi this game pretty much. He'll go Manta, Diffu, maybe
Scotty.
an SNY. Oh, I guess you don't want an SNY on top of the Manta, but yeah, Scotty. It's Scotty or Butterfly, pretty much, is the item after that.
And the thing that's cool is that it also allows him to fight, because now he doesn't have to worry about that DP silence. So definitely a cool little a combination there, where normally you kind of feel bad having to go straight Manta on Jug, but with Magnus in tow, makes it easy.
Yep.
So Legion Commander trying to build towards that Blink Dagger, and the slight lead that Adroit had been building up has been cut into a little bit as the Centaur took the top Tier 1 tower. And now just playing on this whole side of the map, and mirror images coming in, but Adroit, they've got the one up. They've got Mac with the DP taking this Tier 2 tower down. This team plays really well around DP.
Yeah, they're doing well. I like the way that they're using the Exorcism nonstop. The DP's farm is suffering for it a little bit, but then he kind of gets the tower last hit and pops back up a bit more.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to fight.
That's a good catch there, but the Stampede away, and now that is a good answer to the Purge. Demonic Purge used, nothing gained. But they did get the Tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Adroit Hero's going to run into their own jungle. See, I think they should run to their vision in the Radiant side of the map and just go take all that farm. Because I think if they'd immediately run from mid to those wards, they could have cleared those camps, and then they would have respawned, clear them again. Yeah. They could have gained a little net worth lead off of that. But instead, they're all just playing in their own jungle, which is a bit weird to me because they don't want to immediately 5-man top.
Right.
Still 80 seconds on the Exorcism. So this is a very defensive play to my mind. But maybe they're a little bit afraid that Amplfy are doing something like this, which is smoking out.
I'll see if they catch Mac or not because of it. He does have a Yule's soon, but not quite brought to him yet. The DD, does this tempt him? It looks like Mac just going to back out.
Oh,
DD
no, he's on the ward.
Yeah, gotta run. But I think that they are going to have eyes, get the stomp, and that TP should be canceled. So, yeah, like you're talking about, like a sort of a weird duality there where Adroit, they make the more defensive play but still keep one hero kind of in harm's way. And they will get some good damage onto this Tier 2, but mid lane, be careful. Amplfy moving in.
Yeah, this is a nice line drawn. Adroit thinking that they're not going to get punished too much to come back and farm here, but Amplfy still in the neighborhood.
How much damage got done to this tower, though? Like, this catapult moving in, this is big.
Okay, Wraith King very, very close to Radiance. Almost has it.
Yeah.
Couple hundred gold.
Finish that off. Up on the high ground, Bach and Mac in vision. They saved the Omni Slash from last time. Good silence saving the day, and that Warlock ulti hit nothing.
What the heck? Jo?
Misclick maybe. Jump
Yeah,
forward duel.
give him that tip.
Jump forward duel. They caught Jo. The Golem's there as well, but you guys need to be careful. Exorcism is available if they want to take this fight afterwards. Stampede try to get the runaway. Eul's Scepter lift up from Mac. They find the kill. And now no Golem left either. Natsumi's going to have his Radiance. This is huge for Adroit. Such a good timing. The call comes. Let's go into Roche. Pop Exorcism. Let's party.
Yeah, all right. I'm down. Why not? There's no rock. There's no Stampede. There's Mag. Okay, Mag's still a ways away from Link. Klopp's almost got Lincolns. Why did he buy the? Why is he buying the Voidstone last? That doesn't seem right. Anywho. All right, Lincoln Sphere up on the Queen of Pain. See, Carl's pretty farmed. I guess he's going to be playing quite a bit for split push at this point. Similar idea to the Gunner Puck in the Genespers games. Just constantly shove out lanes, make space for your carry to do their thing.
He found him! He jumped in, the blink catch, and gonna be the kill. The tip comes out afterwards as the winner's curse is there. Do they have anything afterwards? The silence, easy peasy.
Very nice. Cost them a lot of spells, but who cares? That's well worth it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Eul's Scepter.
the Yules.
They got him caught. Stomp rather, trying to chase down Rior, and they find that kill as well. Man, Adroit, they're just catching them all over the map. It is still, Amplfy getting good farm while they're spread out across the map, but if they lose those heroes like that, and now with this Aegis, I mean, this might just be another one. Chase down, 8 seconds until the duel. Jo just going to get pummeled, punched, killed. RP onto 2. The Omni Slash follow-up is pretty freaking good. Can they bring down this DP, though? They're going to duel the Magnus and now keep Mac alive by virtue of that Cold Embrace. Another win. Bach on the board. And Adroit are just outplaying him.
And this happened in Game 1 as well, Gabe. Like, I feel like Game 1 very much kind of a drafting thing more than anything. And it's actually Adroit with the better spellcasting, the better rotations, a little bit better movement on the map. Of course, the big difference this game is that Mac is just doing so much more work on his Death Prophet than the Lina. But it's cool because the Death Prophet isn't rotating to get kills, which are kind of a gamble. The Death Prophet is rotating to just get these objectives, which against the Amplify lineup, they didn't have the tools to defend it, are pretty much guaranteed. Man, Wraith King's got 3 lives.
Yeah, he's a monster.
They can. I think they can just walk down lanes with this guy and kind of do whatever they want.
All right, well, Adroit have one in the bathroom. Hopefully this game gets underway shortly, but
should be okay.
Yeah, I am thoroughly impressed. And to me, the big thing is like Mac has been making some good plays, but it feels like really the biggest thing for Adroit is that they know how to play around this Death Prophet. It makes Dota easy. Every single exorcism, when it's been off cooldown, they've got an objective. Whether it's the bottom tier 1 tower as soon as they got level 6 on Mac, or whether it's finding that pick off onto the Queen of Pain, and then being able to rotate over and find themselves another catch in the bottom lane. And now, they're set up with Aegis. The exorcism comes off cooldown in 20 seconds. And they're good to go again. And it looks like they're kind of getting set up down bottom. I mean, do they just head back towards mid and take that tower instead?
Yeah, I think they sweep through so that they shove bottom up to the base, then they come over to mid, cut that wave until it comes down the mid lane, and then they take it.
Okay.
Man, this club's net worth is so deceptive.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Queen of Pain, you look at the positions of all the cores on both sides, and you're like, oh yeah, Queen of Pain got more farm than the Death Prophet. Nice. And then you look at the fact that, like, what's 5k gold in a Lincoln Sphere or something? It's like, oh. Huh.
Yeah, I know.
But, like,
it's not really doing all that much.
It's going to be nice if he gets a couple more items. Here's the thing, though. He bought the Lincolns, and now he's going back for Yules.
Because he has to. And it's a really tough game right here for Carl to itemize to deal with it. It's, like you said right at the beginning, what's the feel-good item for Quap this game?
Yeah, and there really isn't one. Well, the other thing is, is Quap a feel-good pick this game either? Because,
that's true.
Well, just because it seemed as though they picked it thinking like, oh yeah, Quap's gonna dump this Death Prophet in lane. Didn't happen.
Mac's been playing
Mac,
really well.
Mac won the lane.
Yeah.
Like, he won it in terms of farm. So, if it didn't win the lane, and it's not good for the game,
right,
then what is the point of the pick? I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll put in some work a little bit later on.
The fear is always nice at 25, but as we
Yeah,
said
the
time and
fear
again,
is awesome. Did he go for the cooldown reduction talent?
I believe that he went attack speed.
Damage and attack speed. Okay.
He's gonna get like an AC and just start punching people.
Yeah, he can split push pretty effectively on Queen of Pain.
I bet. Careful. Need to be very wary of this Legion Lincoln's breaker. That's not what I meant to say. Very wary of the duel, rather. So yeah, we've got that's other one nice part about this Lincoln Sphere for Quap is maybe throwing it onto the jug before a duel or something like that.
And make some clutch plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some relatively low commitment stuff that pops it, but
That's true.
it's some of it's a bit low range, like the
J.O.
Raise Fire Blast.
Oh, J.O., you can't afford to get found, but the catch there on the low ground. And as soon as they see him, they jump him.
Nice. 46 duel damage.
Hey, let's go.
We're well on our way.
Box doing it.
All right, Quap doing some damage top. Carl with the split push. This is something that Queen of Pain's relatively good at, especially if you take the damage and attack speed, but still going to take a while to get through the tier 2 tower, and not nearly as long if you are Adroit pushing this mid lane with the Exorcism.
They know that the Shadow Demon isn't here, though. Natsumi, still with the Aegis. They really want to fight this into 3 lives of the Wraith King. Rior finding one. Omni Slash out. It's a lot of damage. They blow a Bach, and now the RP to pull back in, but there's the Winter's Curse to interrupt. It's not doing any damage to the mag, though, because of the spin from the Jug. Now the chase down. Who else can they get? Natsumi is back alive again. All these ghosts hitting now onto this Juggernaut, and Natsumi turns, finds the catch. And now they don't have the Legion Commander, but they got what they came for, the tier 2 tower.
It's an okay hold for Amplfy, but they used a lot of spells and only got 1 kill, so...
It was without the Warlock at the very least, and he's going to have Rock available.
But I don't think the Chaotic Offering alone is enough to win them the fight. Like, it needs to be the Chaotic Offering bonds +1 spell.
Right.
Be it the Sonic Wave or, like, even... maybe Stampede will be up soonish, but it's looking very good for Adroit.
And, I mean, I will say, we saw this last game as well, though, where they overextended just a little bit and got heavily punished for it.
This Wraith King here just farms so fast.
Yeah.
Like when you're constantly spewing at the skeletons. The Radiance gets you more blast hits, which lets you summon more skeletons. Like, he accelerates like nothing else.
Well, standing in the front line is Natsumi. Aegis expiring. Ulti still off cooldown for a little while.
And like, when was the Wraith King's getting first phased a lot? When was the last time we saw a strat that like successfully oomed the Wraith King multiple times to disable his ultimate? It feels like people are picking the Wraith King and then just getting away with the fact that his ult gives him 2 lives every time.
I mean, part of that is because of the 20 talent, and oftentimes these games are getting that late.
Yeah, and he's just farming off map until 20 anyway, and he farms so quickly. Like he's level 18 already.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, we had a 20-minute window to do something, and then here you go. I guess they do have the Diffusal Blade on the Jug now. But they've got like 1 more team fight where they can potentially burn all his mana, and that's going to be the end of it.
That could be the team fight that they need, though, to break into the next round here. And no level 18 on Jug, but he does have Omni Slash available. It's really hard to hold this fight. Now, if Adroit are able to take this without burning through the Exorcism, that makes me very worried for high ground if they even want to think about just pushing up there. It looks like they are going to play it safer, though. Wait for that next stage. Just no need to get ahead of themselves. And this game kind of feeling like it's playing itself. What do you need to do to sort of break the rhythm here as Amplfy?
I really don't know. I'm thinking like, oh, they can keep split pushing, but if they keep split pushing, then they're just delaying the game. And Adroit are also okay farming for the next little while with their full Tricore. They probably need to split with the Quap while the other 4 go for some kind of a smoke gank and try and create some like a weird opening on the map where multiple heroes TP for Quap, because they do need to have probably three heroes to kill the Queen of Pain with the Yules and the Lincolns, and then everybody else can go and make a play while that's kind of happening.
Going back for, she had the Mjolnir queued up, now going instead for the Orchid on Carl. And I guess that is one nice part about playing split push game. If you send one of the supports back to deal with it, like a Shadow Demon or something, Orchid allows you to get that kill on Boomy.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing that Amplfy could potentially do, depending on how desperate they're feeling, they could sneak Roche.
Okay.
They do take Roche on pretty quickly, so.
They see the Wraith King TP in and immediately going to back out. Natsumi breaks the Lincolns, blink away. That time she will not be found. Could be cool to see Adroit maybe place a Tinker Ward or something like that, since we've been seeing the Quap just keep on the split pushing game. And Roche may respawn in about 8 seconds as we've got the good old DP taunt. The Symbol's playing. Why not?
Yeah, if you see the Queen of Pain arriving to a lane like one wave early, then you can set up for her. So I think the Tinker Ward would be great. Like even just a ward relatively far up in the lane. Even if the Dire had that ward, like the one that the Radiant have, that ward would be good.
Instead they got over here.
They got some deep vision mid.
Yeah.
They do have the
Tinker Ward here.
Tinker Ward a little bit further over.
Interesting.
So I imagine that Adroit in the next couple of minutes want to try and make a play to take control of the Radiant Tricamp and just sit over there farming for a little while. They'll get pushed out eventually by bottom lane being pressured, but still worth it to go and sit there for a while if they can, completely denying it to the Radiant, denying it to the Jug especially.
Okay.
So even if they don't break high ground here, they're just going Centaur losing life like crazy.
And they get the duel, the Soul Catcher, but the scan back able to catch him in the Warlock ulti afterwards. Is it going to be enough though? Rear still goes down. He does not have buyback. The Sonic Wave, it's not nearly enough, and they're able to keep alive Bach for the moment. He's walking away on absolutely nothing. Blink is out if he needs it afterwards, and Natsumi in his second life is going to dismantle them. Meanwhile, though, the Omni Slash trying to make something of this. Can Abat do it? Able to Manta dodge away, still chasing, but to press the attack, keeping Mac alive, and all of this physical damage. Adroit still living.
Baccarino staying alive. And just couldn't quite get all the spells together there for Amplfy.
Now, it does make things a little bit weird for Adroit because they just used the Exorcism and Roche is up. But
yeah,
I don't know if that matters too much.
I think oh my, double damage. Okay, that's a
good timing.
That's a little bit of a game changer there potentially.
Okay, well he's not going to have it for that much longer, and still the Quap is dead.
Yeah, and their vision situation is okay. Adroit are actually the ones just wading into the pit. Okay.
They have the no reincarnation mana cost now too.
Yeah, and he's got reincarnation back off cooldown. So actually, I think they're the ones in the better spot.
Yeah, no Omni Slash either on Jug.
No Omni, no RP, no Stampede,
no Golem.
Yeah, zero ultis for Amplfy. Meanwhile, it's just the Exorcism missing. And with the Aghanim Scepter, the Death Prophet's still useful.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna have it back up again in 40 seconds. Amplfy needing to come up with answers now. 28 minutes in, a 6,000 gold lead. Adroit, they're a game behind, but looking like they could close this one out if they make full use of the Aegis and Cheese. I'm assuming DP has Cheese. Yeah.
Yep.
So Aghanim's there, and then they've also got this Wraith King to throw out illusions onto the side lanes to cut waves if they need to. All of the answers right now. Adroit pulling it together, but so too Amplfy having a couple of answers. Carl catching the back wave. Okay.
And he's dueled. And he's dead.
Wow. There's no buyback on the
blink on
Quap.
Boomy.
Oh, man.
Boombacks, man.
Boombacks, man.
This guy is freaking amazing.
He's doing it.
He's everywhere.
And they try and catch Rior here as well. Rior is likely to go down as well. Amplfy just losing heroes left, right, and center.
All right, this Shadow Demon hero is sick.
He is playing. Just owning them right now. And again, you know, you've got 4 minutes left on this stage, and they literally just got it.
Yeah, the line is drawn down mid. Wraith King is eager. He's saying exactly where he's going. He's going for the Ags again. Okay, never mind. Not Ag. Oh, Ags bashing. Ags talking to his team. He's like, oh, you know, if we
Wait a minute. RP used, but the save again coming from Boomy. Mac trying to live. He still has that cheese available if he needs to use it and might need to pop it right about now. So he's getting Omni Slash. The chase down still continuing. Back and forth between them and actually able to make that work. Juggernaut goes down. They find themselves a couple quick kills. And Adroit suddenly lose that advantage. They give him the tip back. Carl feeling good about his carry player, and the jump forward duel, they got him caught. Winner's Curse and the duel isn't perfect together, but afterwards they're going to have the stun from Natsumi, and they will be able to take down this Juggernaut. Most likely Healing Ward. Healing Ward, Manta style to get himself out of there. He's actually living through this one. The Sonic Wave to turn it back around. Abed making the plays and takes down Natsumi. Can he kill up Bach as well? The Healing Ward saved to turn this back around, and Wraith King, oh, he needs to be careful. Carl, Lincoln Sphere, keeping him alive yet again, bouncing back and forth. Carl still living. Rior shows up as well, and just like that, Amplfy make the play of the day. Boomy wants to save him. Natsumi's still blinking out. The double buyback coming from the Wyvern, as well as that Legion Commander spin, trying to walk away, but they still have the ulti coming from the Shadow Demon. Oh, he got his blink canceled there. Catch back onto Boomy. This Jug is still living for the moment. They want to stun him up, and he is so freaking low. The duel comes out, and eventually he will fall. What the hell is happening in this game? Jo going to get ran down. In the meantime, it does look like the Radiant have lost their tier 3 towers. And even though it looked pretty for a while, Adroit.
Right. Yeah, there's a creep wave right at the base. The Jug's dead. It was a really nice play with the Healing Ward. That ability is very strong. They tried for the turnaround, but too many resources on the Adroit side. The Wraith King is too big, too strong, too much damage.
Ow.
They are here to claim these racks. Exorcism running as well. Jug's going to buy back, but
no Omni.
No spells.
Natsumi, though, he has got his Aegis. He has got his reincarnation. Oh, man. And it feels bad. He is going to have Omni Slash back off cooldown relatively soon. The blink forward duel is there. Healing Ward still working. They have RP available. They might actually end up taking him down. The walk forward RP connects onto 2. Barely able to live through it. The taunt pulls it back in after the Winner's Curse. And now the silence out there yet again. Jug Healing Ward has literally been alive forever. And now with the Omni Slash out, both onto 2 of them, is it going to be enough damage? There's the Aeon Disc, which keeps alive the Death Prophet. And Amplfy looking for answers where there are none. Adroit take 2 lanes.
All right. Well, looks like Adroit got this. I don't really see too much. You know, Amplfy, they're pressing all of their abilities and just nobody's dying.
Yeah.
The Legion's tanky. The Death Prophet's got an Aeon Disc. The Wraith King's got way too many lives. Like, it's, yeah. So this is going to be tough. I don't know what they can do from this point. The Wraith King seems like such a good answer to the Magnus Jug. Like,
yeah.
the Radiance is constantly canceling Magnus's blink, making it hard to get into the fights. Even if you pop the Omni Slash to kill the Wraith King, he's got 2 lives.
Well, and even more so than that, it feels like a good answer to like the Warlock or any of these long cooldown abilities that you know, we talk about it all the time. They were down a hero, and still Detroit were the ones that were able to walk in and take Roche. Like, that's crazy to me, right?
Yep.
So 34 minutes in, it's a 12,000 net worth lead, and Amplfy looking for some kind of an answer. The blink, they have to pop Stampede. Oh, but they got the Purge. Carl, after the Stampede wears off, moving very slow, but I don't know if they're going to catch up to him. Doesn't look like it.
All right. Super easy. Punch the Shrine. Take that little bit of extra farm. A little bit of extra map control. Yeah, what is the Wraith King counter? I don't know, man. this hero's like,
he's good.
Yeah. There's no way that Wraith King is the most broken hero in Dota 2, right? We were having this conversation the other day.
Definitely not.
No, definitely not.
But I think that it fits well with what we're seeing, particularly in the Southeast Asian region. That you know, this hero answers a lot of the problems that are posed by the other heroes.
I guess Naga Siren is probably one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Right?
Naturally built Diffusal and
yeah, Phantom Lancer is good, but he doesn't feel very meta. at the moment.
I just don't think he does enough damage.
Yeah.
It's like if Wraith King gets a BKB, what the hell does the PL do?
Yeah, that's true. Wraith King can actually itemize like full anti-PL. You get the Radiance, Mjolnir, BKB.
Well, and we have seen that, you know, Jug one-on-one can still answer against the Wraith King. We saw up there in the top lane with the healing ward. He's getting more farm now. You know, Ayaskati done. Looks like he's got eyes on a Mjolnir next. But it's going to take an unbelievable team fight from Amplfy to make this work.
Yeah, they need like a 3-man RP. And even then, there's a lot of save.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a Cold Embrace on one, Disruption on one.
And, of course, the Aeon Disc on the Death Prophet.
Yeah.
Carl in the top lane.
Still just splitting.
The wraparound coming, Natsumi. He can just walk wherever he wants. That man's swaggering. Smoke up.
They don't want to let them just siege the base.
This is really good vision that they've got in this area as well. And no more Aegis on Wraith King. 500 health talent just picked up for the Death Prophet.
All right.
Boomy is right behind him.
They're camping their hill. This is a good play vision-wise, but
they see Boomy. Know that he's back here in the trees. Carl could think about
they
going
can't go
on
on him because of the disc, though.
But they could go on the Shadow Demon. Or off to the side, they find the Wyvern. Not bad. Natsumi gets the stun there on the Warlock. He needs to get his ulti off, but the Abyssal Blade comes out, and they've got him caught. He wanted to cast it, but it's not going to happen. The taunt there onto 3. The duel afterwards, if they want it, actually going to just right-click him down and dead. And the Omni Slash bouncing, but not doing all that much damage at all. Spin TP
Bash.
away, and there is very little left in the tank. Amplfy, no answers for this one.
Adroit, did they want to just wait for another exorcism? Looks like maybe they're like, okay, maybe we should just make sure we 100% win this. Let's wait for one more round of spells, and then we'll go for it. We got the call buyback. Let's be happy with that. Also, Roshan, we're in the window. They don't know whether it's up or not, so going high ground and losing a fight and then handing over the Roshan to Amplfy, that would be an enormous throw.
Yeah.
So even though it's a long Roshan respawn, it's worth it to just wait for it.
And again, you've got this Aghanim Scepter on DP, so taking Roche real easy with that combined together with, you know, just all of the damage the Wraith King
the
does.
skeletons, this AC has been so valued.
Yeah.
Everyone just looks so tanky, right? That Omni Slash happened and just nobody died.
And you can see why they're taking the Shadow Demon so early on as well. Like, the value that you get with the save, and then also on top of that, having, like, you know, the Wraith King illusion split pushing around the map with the Radiant, it's real nice.
It's totally made the... I can understand why the Centaur made it so late in this draft, because Adroit had the Shadow Demon. They were fine with them picking Centaur.
Yeah.
Because they can actually kill him. Like the Centaur hasn't really taken over this game or anything. It was a solid pick. I still think that the big problem is the Quap. Like, the net worth just doesn't translate. You've got almost equal net worth to the Death Prophet, but I guarantee you the Death Prophet is doing more damage in every single fight.
Yeah.
Just because Quaps had to buy 2 defensive items and then an Orchid that I just don't think is going to kill anybody before they get their spells off. There's like a Glimmer Cape already on the Shadow Demon, Dispel, Yules, Wraith King doesn't care.
No.
It's all around tough situation.
Really needs to get to that 25 talent.
Yeah, that can be the one saving grace for this hero.
And we haven't really talked about it, but my man, J.O., is he's hurting. Level 13 on the Warlock. Level 13.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to 15, things get much easier, but with the 60% XP gain talent, but his team is just so far behind. There's no room for him to absorb anything on the map. He's just buying bracers. He's got 3 bracers.
Yeah.
This is some Dota 1 support.
You can't even keep the bracers in inventory. He needs the wards.
He needs the wards.
Gotta be careful here. Manta, the Blink Black. And 40-minute bounty runes. Oh, wait a minute, though. Natsumi. Caught right at the start, but the duel comes in, and they're able to catch him. The Warlock ulti afterwards. They have the healing ward down, trying to keep alive this Quap, but it is not going to happen. Dead for 2 minutes. And now the Juggernaut fully controlled, isolated. Good turnaround, but it's the RPUs just to save a life, and that means you won't have it for the fight. They bring back Natsumi yet again. Winner's Curse used on the Warlock. They won't have the Warlock ulti. They won't have the Quap. And it looks like this is going to be the end of game number 2 as Adroit just walk down this mid lane. I'm going to take down the last set of racks.
This is a really cool series, Gabe.
It is.
This is actually some like really nice Dota happening. The coolest thing for me is to see this. The one thing I will say, and I think it's a big point to make here, is that both of these teams are Magnus teams, and we've seen Boomy how confident he is on the Magnus.
Right.
He knows the strat inside and out, and he knew what they had to do here.
Yeah.
They picked relatively greedy lanes. They had a Tricore that could outscale, but then they also took all the tier 1 towers super early because the Mag is never going to contest you. Like a level 5 Magnus, what's he going to do?
Yeah, had the answer each and every time. And now, you look at it, they finish off Rior, going to focus down the last set of racks. Natsumi still has Reincarnation available as they buy back on the Centaur, hoping to get one final shot here against him. But Abet, it's the spin away, barely able to live yet again, but GG is called. Adroit push it to a game number 3.
All right.
Very cool series, like you said. Very close.
Bacarino and Boombacks.
Yeah, they're doing it.
For
so, looking forward to that one. We are going to switch over to the main set because the other series has finished up. I'm not going to spoil what happened in that one just in case anybody's watching back on the VODs or what have you. But we are going to be going to this game number 3 over on the main set. And then somebody, wink wink, is going to be... that was nice. I can't always wink on command. I'm really bad. I like
just hit him with the blink.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the really obvious.
Blink, blink. Yeah, but somebody is going to be facing the winner of this series. So... Very cool. Any final words before we sign off here?
I'd say game 1 was kind of a draft win. Game 2, maybe a little bit of a draft win in favor of Adroit as well. But I think Adroit have been playing better in both games. So Amplfy need to find that sneaky draft, get the right setup, because I really do think that Adroit are playing better. Carl needs a different hero.
Yeah,
Queen of Pan, bad pick.
All right.
We'll be back for game 3.
We'll be back. See you guys in just a few for game number 3.